Hey everybody, I'm Lynn, and this is the Believe Retreat for Creative Women. And today we are going to go on a very special journey, and we're going to explore in our imagination, and we are going to find our inner child. And we have a very special guest. Francine is going to guide us there. So, no worries. Get ready to play, discover, and explore and enjoy this week Believe Retreat. Hey,
Hi.
Francine.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? I am so excited to share this with you. I have done this meditation in so many different groups. Today, we're going to do a little modified version because we only have 30 minutes. Can you hear that helicopter over my house?
No, no, it's definitely louder there than it is here.
Okay, it's gone. Now I can hear you again. Anyways, we are going to explore the inner workings of our brain and find that inner child. Some of us may have lost it years ago. I'm sorry, I forgot to turn my light on. There we go. Some of us may have lost this inner child years ago because I know I lost mine somewhere between the age of 7 and 8 when I started getting the you shoulds, the grow up. You're the older sisters. The you be so pretty if you just lost some weight. The parents getting divorced. The going to new schools. All the stuff that happens to us when we're kids that separates us from the inner child. And your inner child is the person that you were programmed to be before birth. We come to this world programmed to be happy and to be creative and, well, to play. That is our jobs on earth. But then when life starts happening to us, we forget that and we move away from our inner child. And I moved so far away from mine that I was stuck in that academic and, let's face it, military mindset of being very regimented, being very serious, being very dry and humorless. And I went on this long journey trying to discover why I wasn't happy. And no matter what I did, even losing 100 pounds didn't make me happy. What made me happy was discovering my inner child and getting back to that fun, happy, creative, free spirit that I was supposed to, that I am supposed to be, that we're all supposed to be. And
Yeah.
it has so many more added benefits. Finding your inner child will help you naturally reduce stress. And I could talk on this for an hour, but I won't. But it'll boost your creativity and your innovation. It'll help you make lasting changes in your life. It'll help enhance your emotional well being, and it will open new opportunities for success. And isn't that what We all want. We want new opportunities for success. I am going to now tell you how we get started. I recorded this meditation, this guided meditation. It's very short, it's an abbreviated version. Stick around till after the meditation, and we're going to talk about it, find out who experienced what, and I will tell you how you could get the expanded version for free, along with all the worksheets and everything else in the course. So, everybody, just get comfortable. Okay, get comfortable. Lay down if you want to, kick back, and take a deep breath. And release it. Now, Heidi, please play the video. Take a deep breath. Breathe in. Fill your lungs with cleansing air. And then blow it all out. Breathe out all that stress. Get rid of all that tension. Breathe in again. Relax. Breathe out. And keep taking those deep breaths. And make a fist. Tighten up those hands. Real tight. Feel that tension. Now shake it off. Just shake it off. Tense up your biceps and your triceps and all those muscles in your arms. Get them really tense and tight. And then let them relax. Shake them off. Tense up your neck and your shoulders. Make them tense. Feel that tension. And now, let it all go. Take a deep breath while you do this. Let's go down to your spine. Tense up your back. Tense up those muscles. And then let them relax. And your lower back, tense them up and relax them. Now your upper thighs, tense up those thighs. And relax. And now your calves, tense them up. And relax. And now just wiggle your toes and your ankles and let the rest of that tension from your body leave your feet. And as you do that, imagine roots growing up through the floor, connecting to your feet. These roots and vines are pulling that stress, channeling it right into the earth from your body. Imagine these vines crawling up your leg and relaxing you even more. Take a deep breath and let these vines do their job. And those vines are going up your back, up your spine, pulling every last bit of stress, every last bit of tension from your body. Release it. Take a deep breath. Imagine you are on a beach looking for your child, your inner child, that person you were when you were the happiest in your life. Would this child rather be in the forest, camping under a big oak tree? Then imagine you are there. Find that place. Find that place when your child was the happiest you have ever been. Have you found your child yet? When you find your child, introduce yourself again. Tell them who you are today and that everything turned out okay. Tell them about the love that you found in your life. Tell them about all the cool places you've been. Tell them about all the interesting things you've done. Give your child a big hug and say, thank you for being brave and strong. It's time to let me take over. And I'm going to count down from 10. Imagine yourself going over a magical rainbow. 10. You're saying goodbye to your child. 9. Your child's waving goodbye to you. 8. Your child's getting farther away. 7. You still have that feeling of inner peace that you had while hugging your child. 6. You feel strong and aware. 5. You lived through everything and you're here to feel the joy you once felt. 4, you're coming down the other side of that rainbow, happier than you've ever been. 3, you see a beautiful landscape with flowers and butterflies. 2, you're stepping off of that rainbow. And 1, wiggle and start coming up and waking up, and welcome back. Well, how did it go?
I was muted.
Oh,
I was in my mystical world, and you took me back to the first house I remember in Ridgeland, Wisconsin, back in the 80s, where you would let your child out for hours and not really worry about where they were. And I'd be playing outside in the woods with my two cats. And when I got bored with the woods, I would go and play in the cemetery across the street from our house. Had a lots of fun playing in the cemetery. And, it's like those kind of things. Like when you're adult, you're like, oh, like I couldn't like walk through and play in a cemetery, but like I was really thinking about that as like I was kind of remembering those steps. Like when it was just like a park to me with all of these big. I understood that there were people buried there, but I appreciated it for what else it could be. There are people, they dropped off pretty flowers. I could walk by and I could appreciate it. My cat would hunt birds and we'd hide behind the tombstones and jump out. And, just thinking of all the imaginary play games that I came up with in the woods and in the cemetery. And yeah, that was when I was carefree and I didn't have to worry about anything.
right. And that's the person that we're meant to be. And there we have a viewer. I want to say hello, Marva, if you're still there. Thank you for watching us. Marva does guided meditations at night while taking her warm bath soak with essential oils and Epsom salt. And me too. I love doing these guided meditations while soaking in a hot tub. So
Yeah.
let us know if you do guided meditations. Let us know how you like to do them. Tell us what it is you do while you do them. I love the finding my inner child. The I have even done them where I was painting, and I'm not a painter. I am not artistic at all. My art is in my writing and my speaking, but I always enjoyed doing it. And I went on this little fantasy during a guided meditation, and I was painting, and it was awful, but I was having fun doing it. Remember when we were kids and we didn't have to do it good? We just had fun because we were doing it.
And we made more mess maybe than we made a masterpiece, but
Yeah. And it's funny when I was going through this metamorphosis, going from this crazy, angry uh, person who lost her creativity and lost her sense of joy, trying to turn back into what I was before I lost it. Even when I baked, which is something I used to love to do because I'm a nurturer, even when, ooh, I just smell brownies baking when I said that. Even when I used to work in the kitchen, I was always very regimented. I was always very strategic in making sure I didn't waste any effort. Even now, just a little bit. If I cook stuff in the oven, I make sure the whole oven's full because it's efficient. It's just more efficient. Well, one day I decided to bake brownies. I didn't listen to any courses on YouTube. I didn't talk on the phone while I did it. I didn't make three recipes at one time. All I did was mix up this one brownie recipe. And my husband said it's the best brownies he ever ate. And maybe it's because I put that much more love into it. So imagine if you found that inner child, you de stressed, you became more creative, you quit trying to multitask, you just worked on that one thing, how much better it would be and how much more fun it would be doing it. Heidi, have you ever had
I'm thinking it. Well, I'm thinking about, how hard it is to get started on new stuff sometimes. We're always like so hard on ourselves because it's like, oh gosh, like I have to be to this high standard all of the time. So when you start something new and you're not any good at it, like it's really easy to quit because you know that it's going to take like so much longer to get good. But to like put yourself in that like childlike mindset before you get started on a new activity. I mean, sure. I remember kind of worrying as a kid, like it's like how I was doing certain stuff and if it was going to be good, but it was not like anywhere near the level of what I do to myself as an adult. It was from like this perspective of, well, if I experiment with this and I just do this, like what is that going to look like? And instead of if I put this stroke directly here, it will be perfection.
You know what? In my dancing, we perform, and we're very careful when we're practicing that we practice properly. But when we get on stage, our goal is to have fun, because even if we mess up, even if we make mistakes, as long as we're having fun, the audience will.
Yeah, I can confirm that same thing too. And when you're having fun and you screw up, nobody usually notices, which is also great.
You turn the wrong way, or we dance with veils in the wind at Riverside Art Market, and we get wrapped up in our veils. Okay, so it's a comedy routine. It was meant we meant to do that. You know, somebody turns the wrong way. How did they know that person was wrong? Might have been everyone else who's wrong.
That's right.
Well, we are running out of time. Let's talk about next week now. Let me just say, if you enjoyed what we did here today, and if you're watching in the replays and you enjoyed, and you want the full version with the worksheets, then put in the comment, I want to meet my inner child, and I will send you the link and the code to get it for free. This is only good until Friday of this week. So Friday, what's the date Friday? The 28th. Friday the 28th. This deal
Last
ends.
day of the month.
Last day of the month, Friday, February 28th, this deal ends. So if you're watching this replay, if you know anybody who you think might want to do this workshop, it's a self paced video course. Please share this live stream with them and tell them they could get theirs too if they say, I want to meet my inner child in the chat. Okay, who are we going to talk to next week?
I'm typing in the chat right now so I can get my inner child. No, well, I'm kind of kidding. I'm just putting that what you just said in the chat so that other people will know what to write. There will be they just need to copy paste pretty much if they want to. Yeah.
Yes.
And by even by February 28th, then they know they have a deadline. But okay. So next week we have a really, really inspirational speaker. Sarah Eam is coming. She is the author of How I Survived the Killing Fields. And, I I really, really thought that I had it bad, Francine, in my life and the stuff that I dealt with, but I had absolutely no idea what people in the rest of the world were growing up with until I read her book. And then having the experience a couple times to hear her speak has it's so moving and just incredibly inspirational. So I hope that you are going to be able to join us next week. You're going to be able to ask Sarah questions in the chat. And she's going to be teaching us a lot about how to become more resilient. Oh, Francine, thank you so much for that exercise. today. I was looking forward to it because I had so much going on the last 2 days and I was just running all over. And I'm like, you know what? This Believe Retreat Day is just going to be so relaxing.
And it was.
So thank you for that.
Okay. And if you want to carry on the conversation from today, I will put a link to our community in the chat where we will be asking some questions and carrying on the conversation about our inner child. So if you get the video course and you do the full version, come into our community and let's talk about it.
And even if you didn't get the full version, which I don't know why you wouldn't, it's free, but even if you just did this right now and you want to talk more about what you just saw, come into the community and share what it is that you experienced. And let's talk more about it. Let's
And
play. Let's let our
let
little inner child play together.
and that really did happen in one session I did with a large group. I think I was doing a keynote with about 40 or 50 people, and a couple of the men said that their inner children connected. They were good friends, so they knew each other a long time and weren't strangers. But they said that
Oh,
their inner children connected during the meditation. I thought that was really cool.
yeah, that's super fun. All right, so we don't have Joanna here today. We were hoping she was going to tune in before the end of the episode. So we're going to have to end this without Joanna. Do you want to start it, Francine?
I will. If you can believe it,
Believe it.
if you can conceive it, you can believe it, and you can achieve it.
Believe it.
From the head to the heart
To the hands.
to the hands.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Yes, you
you
can.
can, and your inner child will make it easier.
Yeah.